There's a part of my story that I haven't shared publicly. Not because I was embarrassed, but honestly, because it still hurts. This is the beginning of a series I honestly wish I did not have to do. But too many of us are suffering in silence and being told that it's normal, but it's not. This is Fibroid Files, Episode 1. So here's how it happened to me. I went for my regular annual checkup. Regular physical, make sure everything's okay. I'm big on preventative care, so let's make sure we're staying on top of that, right? The year before, nothing. But when we went to do the abdominal portion of the exam, she had a look of concern. And I didn't think anything of it because I think I gaslit myself into believing that I just was getting fat. But she said, I think you might have a fibroid. And my natural defense is humor. So I said, oh, so I'm not just fat? And she chuckled a little bit, but you could see the look on her face, which then made me pause like, oh. And she said, well, they can be fairly large. And honestly, in my brain, I had heard the word for fibroids. I had heard the term fibroids, but they're in your uterus. And where she was up towards like just underneath my breast area. And so I'm like, there's no way that's a fibroid. She tripping, I'm just fat. Little did I know that fibroids can grow so large. And if you're watching this, you probably already know that. But if you aren't aware, they can grow massively huge. And so thankfully, she's very hands-on with me. We did tests. We normally do normal, panels and things like that. But she had me test for like the vitamin D and things like that. My vitamin D levels were 8. And the standard was like 20 something. So immediately she put me on like a prescription level of vitamin D and ordered for me to have a ultrasound of the pelvis, abdomen, and vaginal areas. When I go to my ultrasound, the lady is very casual about it. She's an older white woman who is saying, oh yeah, just kind of really brushing it off. Like this is normal. Yeah, most women have them, like no big deal. Until she starts doing my actual ultrasound. And you can see on her face that she is almost taken aback at what she's seeing on the screen. Now, granted, her professional bedside manner doesn't allow her to tell me anything or to really dive into anything. She's the ultrasound tech. When I get the results, of course, I go on a Google spree because I do work in the medical space. And so I do read clinicals quite a bit. And I know a few things that I need to pull in order to look on Google and not get caught up on WebMD, but to actually look and research. When I do that, what I'm finding is this is like a 6-month pregnancy, a 7-month pregnancy, an 8-month pregnancy. And I'm reading these centimeters in the chart and they're saying 8, 9, 19, 21. And I'm like, wait, there's more than one here. So naturally, after finding that out and then getting the actual results from my physician after she read them, she encouraged me to get with an OBGYN and go down that path. And I'm a big researcher and I knew there were some key things that I wanted for myself in finding a OBGYN that could really treat me for fibroids and not just a standard OBGYN. And not that to not or say that OBGYNs across the board aren't familiar with fibroids. I just wanted someone that I felt comfortable with. I found my physician. She's amazing. I love her so much. And I knew there were some key things that worked for me. For me, I definitely wanted a Black woman. I wanted someone that had been in the space of the medical field and in this space and doing fibroid practice for a little while. And I found a very large list. I live in the Houston metropolitan area. So I found a very large list and I just narrowed it down, of course, based on availability. And I went and visited a few people until I found the one that felt right. And she was the first one that made me feel like I wasn't insane for not noticing that this was happening. Because one, they say heavy cycles. Well, my cycle to me was normal because it had always been what it was. Well, come to find out, what I was dealing with was a heavy cycle. I just thought that was normal because my whole cycle time frame, my whole flow, I should say, time frame had been that. So She finally didn't make me feel like I was stupid or I was just dumb, because other physicians, not that they said it, but you could look at them when they would talk to me like, I'm in my 40s, like, how are you this old and not know? Like, taken aback that you wouldn't know, but I don't know. And not many people are talking about it until you say something. Once I said what I was dealing with to my mom, and then my mom shared what I was dealing with, come to find out, I have an aunt, I have a cousin, I have so many people who have dealt with fibroids around me, I have friends, but we aren't talking about it, and yet it's affecting us 3 times more than any other female group in the US, or I should say woman group in the US. Specifically, Black women in America deal with this at such alarming rates. 90%, you guys, 90% by the age of 40 would have dealt with fibroids or specifically knew someone that had dealt with fibroids. That's crazy. And we're not talking about it. So here I am. I'm ringing the alarm because we need to talk about this so that we can step in before they get to what it is that I had to deal with. I'm not telling my story because I'm looking for sympathy. I'm sharing because I want us to have a sisterhood. Too many of us are going through this and suffering through it in silence and being told to just deal with it. And that's not okay. It's not okay. Let me be clear. I'm not a doctor, and nothing that I'm offering is professional medical advice. I am your guide. I am your homegirl. I'm the soft place where you can land to discuss it because I've been through it. But we're definitely gonna dive into all the foods, all the ways you can sync your cycle to help your body heal the way it's designed to be. So let's get into it. DM me, comment, or share this with someone because this space is for us. You are not alone in this.